Far in the history of the region that is now known as the Republic of Zoranthia, perhaps 300 years or so following the Woe of Ruin, a human warlord by the name of Vengus Zaxxandor and his mixed-race horde held the veil in which the city of Sundrun may now be found. This group had been pillaging the regions both north and south for some time, and many had been slaughtered by the savage attacks made by Zaxxandor's forces. Vengus was aligned with a female Skandruz wizard named Zyathé Endazis, who used many dark magics and fell conjurations to aid the warlord in his conquests. She had promised the warlord that he would eventually be king of the entire Westford if only he trusted in her manipulations of the Everflow and followed the instructions she received from her visions. In time, Vengus overreached and came into conflict with the sovereignty of Brandonis, which at the time occupied a significant portion of land in what is now western Anvala. The forces of Brandonis were formidable, and Zaxxandor's forces were routed, but not before many of them were slain by Vengus' forces, who were bolstered by fearful creatures made of black smoke and ash. The tales tell that the final battle raged and Zaxxandor was slain. Zyathé cursed the Brandonis people, promising that Zaxxandor and his forces would return from the dead to seek vengeance, even if their bodies were burned. When all was over, the priests of Brandonis counseled that the warlord's army should be buried, not burned, in a locality protected by the gods to prevent the curse from coming true. Thus were all the dead placed beneath the ground in the crypts of Zaxxandor, with guardians of magic and more warding the location. It is said that they were buried with all their weapons, armor, and even their horses in a great pit beneath the earth. It is also rumored that on the advice of the priests, even their magical weapons and treasure were buried in the depths to keep the curse at bay. Over the centuries, the story became legend, the legend became lore, and much of the truth of the tale has been forgotten. The name of the place was shortened to the Crypts of ZAXX, and the fearful curse of the Skandruz wizard lost in the sands of time. In recent years, more than a few adventuring parties have come to the crypts, but none have returned.